I mean, we were just saying we've just come in and it's absolutely white out. How's that going to affect training and plans?
Do you know what, Mary? It's going to be another day where we're going to have to adapt somewhere. We're going to have to probably. It's great that we've got the Astro next to the ground. It really helps, and that's a big feature of this place. Having that extra option there. It's crazy weather, because yesterday and the day before probably nice days, and you're thinking you get out on the pitch and do a nice session, but we haven't got too many players who can't train on Astro. I know a lot of clubs have people who, point blank refuse, and I understand that because I was one of those players when I was older. It's tough on the joints, and it is a little bit of a different surface. So there'll be one or two that won't be able to do too much. We'll top them up other ways. My sports science team are brilliant. They'll get the right loading into them today, and it's all about being professional and adapting, and that's that's what we do really well here. So I'm proud of the boys as always, and it looks lovely, but it does hamper football training at times. Yeah.
How's this week been? Obviously on the back of the win on Saturday, and then your deadline day on Monday. How's this week been for you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, as always. A little bit crazy maybe on Monday because we're coming in and we're trying to get deals done. We really tried to get a couple over the line. We had a last minute U-turn from a player, which really hurt, But you've got to respect the players' decisions and what they want to do. It is tough when you're bottom of the league to attract players as well. My first sort of experience of the geography of Shrewsbury as well, being quite far away from a lot of places as well. People are taking that into consideration. So it was an experience. Believe me, I've had loads now, but I've always said that when that clock strikes 11 and we've got what we've got, I almost feel a sense of not relief, but a sense of real purpose then, and going, right, this is what we are. I told the boys before the Mansfield game, there's not going to be many changes here. This is the squad that's going to get us through to the end of the year and survive, and that's what we were talking about before the game, after the game. Tuesday when Verdane walks in, first day of training, it was brilliant to see. He knows he's played against most of the boys, so they all know how powerful he can be. He's going to be a real tough opponent to play against. I'm going to get the best out of Verdane. He's a great lad. He's going to add some physicality to us. I think he's going to assist as much as he's going to score. That's what he does. Verdane, he does really well getting up there, but he's bought into the boys already, and it's great to see, and the boys are buying into him, which is probably more important. But yeah, it was a tough one because we wanted another one. I'm not going to say we were going to go and spend millions, but I'll reiterate again what I said on the night. We had money. Money was there to spend. I'm not about to get in a crazy war with overspending on players. It doesn't do anyone any good and causes problems down the line. So you rather not get involved and go, okay, people were going for ridiculous prices, in my opinion. It went out of control again. We're happy with what we've got. Let's say we just beat Mansfield with 10 men on the weekend. I keep saying it, there's no reason we can't beat anyone in this league, and the boys we've got, the squad we've got, I'm very confident in, and looking forward to the next game now.
Now that the window has closed and you've had time to reflect on the business you have done and maybe weren't able to do, how do you evaluate what you have done?
Yeah, as I said on the night, I'm really impressed with the two boys we got from the non-league. I think they fit in really well. Callum's been in a little bit longer than Ricardo. He looks very, very sharp. I think there's going to be definitely minutes for him, and they are into develop. It's a big step. Ricardo, super pace. I want to teach him that wing play or that wing back play maybe that he could play in this formation that we're playing. So again, really excited to look at him. Dominic Gape has come in, early in the window, and I like doing that. I like getting my business done early sometimes. And the only reason he came in was his contract didn't run out till the 20th at Eastleigh, so we had to wait for that. It would have been in even earlier. I think Dom, people have seen already what a competitor he is, what a calm influence on the ball he is. What they don't see is what he gives you every day coming into the dressing room and training ground. He gives you an unquantifiable psychological thing that you can't stat. People will go, look at stats, look at this, look at that on every player. There's some things you can't stat, and that's really, really important for me. The dressing room, the mental side of things is really, really important. Dominic Gape gives us that. He gives us probably gives John a little bit more of an ally as well in there, because it's tough. John was my only real sort of emerging leader out of the group. They're a great group, a real good group, but there wasn't a lot of experience in the group. And when Carl went, it was important to try and get some more experience in the group. Dom's come in, knows a few of the boys, and these things he gives you that people won't see, but I see. That's really important. You know, everyone sees the Saturday, the football, but there's so much more to Dom than that. Jamal signing a long-term deal, I will say, is a January deal we did, and again for me, I've got two great young keepers, Toby and Joe. They'll learn a hell of a lot from the experience that Jamal gives, and he's been superb coming in. He really has, you know, and I think that he adds again a calmness, a real confidence to the boys. So another good signing. And Verdane, you know, so that's 5. You know, I know people say we lost 7 and we got 5 in. Maybe I wanted to slim the squad down a little bit. You know, I do say I work with small numbers. 1 more would have been probably perfect, but we've got some young boys coming up from the academy training with us every day. Good news stories. If one of them features, fantastic. But no, happy. And I know everyone will talk about free agents. I'm sure there'll be questions about Jason McCarthy and David Wheeler and people like that who've cancelled their contracts at Wickham. I'll have to say now, before those questions come, that spoke to both of them, tried to get both here, and again, he hit a bit of a brick wall. I think they're both pursuing different things now in their lives, and that's fine. That's their choice. Would have loved it, and yeah, there was 1 or 2 more I've worked with before we tried to get, but yeah, we are what we are. We're Shrewsbury. Very proud to be Shrewsbury manager, and looking forward to it now.
Obviously, brilliant at anticipating questions. Barring those 2, is there any others that you might pursue?
Yeah, there's lots of free agents out there, Mary. So it's a right time, right place, and the necessity of needing someone. You know, there's a list of free agents we've got. We're not just thinking, right, what do we do now? There's a list of free agents we've got. We're actually now looking at next season, believe it or not. You have to, as a football manager, you know, we've got to start looking at pre-seasons and next seasons, and that's the modern game now. But as a manager, you know, you prioritise everything. All my focus is on Rotherham, and if we need another player, there is some free agents out there. They'll be keeping themselves fit. You know, we'll have 1 or 2 training with us, I'm sure, in the next few weeks, because that's what happens at football clubs. And I pride myself in getting the best out of players. People will look at signings and go, oh, that's not very good. Well, wait, give me a chance to see what I can do with them first, and then judges, you know. And the more players that I get of my, you know, the ones that I want in the squad, I think it'd be fair to judge me when I get the majority of my players in the squad. But I'm going to keep this team up. I'm really confident, you know, I really am, and I think that we've got a hell of a chance with the spirit we've got at the moment.
Looking ahead to Saturday, how are you looking injury-wise? We've seen no Leo Castledine. How's he doing?
Yeah, Leo's had this sort of overuse-related injury, which happens when you're young. And I've said recently, I think you said to Ollie or Dunny the other week, taking him out is just as important as putting him in. These youngsters, that's really, really important for their development, mentally, physically, everything. So Leo's just going to struggle for the squad on Saturday. Apart from him, everyone else is fit. Obviously, Toto will serve a match ban for his red card, but now everyone else is involved and ready to go. It's brilliant to see Morgan up and about again after his whack at Stockport. But no, I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into Rotherham, and I know Steve will be saying the same thing, because he's a fierce competitor. We've had some real battles over the years, but he's a good guy. You know, he has his he carries this stigma with him, and everyone has his opinion. He's always been fine with me, and I look forward to battling against him on Saturday.
Just I wanted to ask you about George Nurse. Obviously, you briefly featured on a Saturday coming on. Just wondered where he fit in with your plans.
Yeah, Nurse is part of the squad. You know, he's come on. What I will say is Malvin and Aaron Pierre since I've changed to a 5, have done really well. They've kept their shirts. I'm all about keeping your shirts. You know, make sure you're on that. George has gone through some tough years, you know, with his knee injuries, definitely, you know, but technique-wise, he's very good. I think he could probably play a couple more positions, and we may see that, you know, but you know, put him on Saturday. I thought, you know, we were, especially when Flint went up front, we needed an extra defender. We actually went 6 at the back, you know, which is not me usually, but it worked, you know, whatever happened. But it's he's got a place here, George. You know, he trains really well. He's a great lad, you know, local lad, and he loves the club. You know, he's been here a long time, so we're going to try and get minutes into him. But George will be the first to say, look, if the team's winning and we're getting points, then I don't want to go down either. You know, I'll be there, gaffer, and back it up. And you know, if the time comes when he's really struggling and he wants more minutes, we can have a chat about that. There's still some options available, but no, at the moment, George is a big part of the squad.
Just finally, you're making the Crown Meadow a difficult place to come now. How do you take that now away from home? And
that's the big key, you know. If we win all our home games, I think we'll have a real chance of staying up. But we can't say we're going to win all our home games. There's got some tough games coming to Crown Meadow. But away form, yeah, we've done it the right way. That's what I'll say. I'll say we've showed up at home. We've stopped leaking goals now. Crown Meadow is a horrible place to come, and I love saying that because we will not let anyone have an easy ride there. Them days have gone now for me, and it'll be even tougher as time progresses, and I can work my magic with everything. But away from home, we need to start picking some points up. I know that draws are okay. We're probably going to start needing wins. Let's get our first one on Saturday, you know, and it is tough. We travel away. One of our big things in the past has been the boys all being together and this team spirit we've had away from home. I think we're getting there. I really do, you know. And the performances have warranted wins. You know, Charlton, we were so unlucky. Like I said, 2 minutes, we had 3 points, 1 point, no points in the 2 minute period, which was mental after what we'd give for 94 minutes. Stockport again, you know, how their keeper saved John's chance at the end there. You know, I know Jamal's made a couple of saves, but their keeper made a magnificent save. Could have got a point there. So it's not like we're well out of games. You know, when I first came in, we had the Cambridge 4-1, and I thought, wow, I need to sort this lot out. We have done that. Just need to tip that scale a tiny bit more, and I think we'll get the results. But won't be for want of trying, believe me.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Mary. Thanks.